Hello and welcome to the Blitz. We're preparing for another edition of high school football action this Friday that includes a couple of the area's biggest rivalry games, so let's get right to it. First, a look back at some of the games from this past Friday. The first to come to mind is the 4-overtime thriller between North Augusta and Strom-Thurmond. Our game of the week came down to a Darius Gibson game-winning touchdown in the fourth overtime as North Augusta won 41-38. Jackets coach Brian Thomas said after the game that his team needed the win after losing the past two. It didn't come easy against a strong Rebels team, but it should be a nice boost for the Jackets as they prepare for the region schedule in a couple weeks. Meanwhile, for Strom-Thurmond, this makes 2 overtime losses this season already, but both came against 4A teams. That should be seen as a positive sign because they're getting battle-tested against bigger competition before getting into the region slate. Greenbrier handled Cross Creek to move to 5-0, as J.Q. Brown had another big game on the ground for the Wolfpack. They have a bye week coming up, but after that, they'll be going for just their second 6-0 start in program history in a couple weeks against Lakeside. Screven County beat Laney 31-18 as C.J. Wright and Kim Hunter combined to rush for 292 yards. The Gamecocks are now 2-0 in the region alongside Jefferson County, who beat Westside this past Friday to remain undefeated. Also, Midland Valley posted 52 points to beat Fox Creek. DJ Boyd threw for 406 yards and 3 touchdowns. Other notable scores from this past Friday include Augusta Christian's win for a third straight victory, and Butler beat Harlem to go to 1-1 in the region. Also, Silver Bluff beat Swansea behind Tyler Wooten's running, while Glen Hills hung on to beat Josie, and Grovetown inched by Richmond Academy.
DriveBaby.com. Click, click.
Looking ahead to Friday, 2 rivalries lead the schedule. The first is Washington Wilkes at Lincoln County in the 378 war. This is always one of the top rivalries in the area, and it should be another solid matchup. The Tigers have stumbled out of the gates at 0-4, but they faced tough teams early, while the Red Devils have 2 wins. This is one of the most intense rivalries in the area between neighbors, relatives, and friends, and it always makes for a great atmosphere. Also, Airport is at Midland Valley in what has become a hotly contested region matchup. The Mustangs have now won 2 in a row, while the Eagles are 1-4. Barnwell opens up region play with a tough home game against Calhoun County. Barnwell is 5-0 with a roster full of talent, while Calhoun is 4-1 with some impressive region wins. Other notable games for this week include Screven County at Harlem, Laney at Westside, Lower Richland at North Augusta, and Wagner Sally is at Wilson Elko. Finally, the Augusta Chronicles game of the week is the other rivalry being held this week, South Aiken at Aiken. This matchup is already hotly contested each year, but it takes on even greater significance now because of the region implications for the first time since 2013. It's also a big one because both programs are in good spots right now. South Aiken won its first 3 and is now 4-1, and they're riding a very strong offense, while Aiken is 2-2 with a couple nice wins, and their backfield duo of Brayton Sanders and Jeremiah Green have been big. Check out ChroniclePrepZone.com for the coverage. All right, we're here with South Aiken coach Chris Hamilton for the game this Friday against Aiken. Before we get to that, Coach, just off to a good start at 4-1. Just what have you seen from your team early in the season as far as some positives?
Well, I mean, they just kind of, I think that we learned what to expect last year, and they're just carrying on that, and then how to win. We've learned how to win a little bit, and hopefully we'll continue that success starting Friday.
I know obviously the Aiken game is always big already just because it's a rivalry, but go back to region play now too. What do you see as far as the significance of this game for your program?
Well, I mean, it's one that we can get 2 of our goals, stay alive in 2 of our goals, and that's win region and win the county. So we're excited to have that opportunity. We're glad that we're back in the region with Aiken and Midland Valley, North Augusta. That's going to make for some good rivalries, I think, especially being that the region will be on the line. So we're excited about that too.